go out to the shed and start brainstorming.
I thought you meant you
drills.
were going to stand in your shed and
Where
just be
should I
like,
go?
right, the world has just ended. Society is falling. Zombies are everywhere. The dead are rising. So, what do you do? Hello, everybody. Episode 24. And the reason that I hesitated there is because I had to think what way round I fucked up last week, because it was episode 23. And if you look at the thumbnail, it says 24. So I need to change that. I apologize to anyone offended by that thumbnail. All right. How is everyone?
Offended.
That's it.
Yes.
Mine went in that one, was she?
Don't think so.
No. See, people might be thinking, "Oh, look, they're recording this back to back." No, it has actually been a week apart. It's just us four again.
I don't have a cold this time.
You
Yes.
don't have a cold. There you go. It's a telltale sign.
Very
I'm pretty
good.
sure I had a bit more of a beard as well. But yeah, how is everyone? I've interrupted everyone.
Tired,
Yeah.
mate.
Okay.
Tired?
Yes, mate.
Scott's all right. Lozzie's all right. Bailey's tired. Why are you tired?
Yeah, what's going
Just
on?
working away, mate. It just get
Oh,
back.
yeah.
It's just built up. I need to unwind.
Yeah. That's
Or
fair
going back
enough.
to work on Monday.
Oh,
Yeah. I've had a long week, but it was long. It was self-inflicted. It was long because I was on keto. I exited keto yesterday with a dairy milk, and then
Nice.
today I've just gone back onto carbs. But I'm still keeping it healthy. Like I had a nice My Protein pasta meat feast thing for dinner, which is just
Ooh.
proteiny. So yeah, I'm not like going to just eat shit, and I'm also, because Maya is still on keto, I'm also not gonna just like start eating like loads of fucking bread and shit. Like if she
Chow
has
down in front of
a
her.
keto dinner, I'll have it with her. But it just means that if I want to have a sandwich for lunch, because the lunches that have been killing me, just having like fucking 14 pepperonis is just fucking shite. But I have been losing weight.
13's the limit.
Yeah, that's the
13's the limit.
threshold. But yeah, it's keto's cool if you like losing weight but don't enjoy having energy.
yeah.
Is how I describe it. But yeah, so yeah, and I can also go back to training now as well because my neck is pretty much recovered. But that's where I'm at. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this podcast. It's what we're going to be doing is zombie apocalypse.
Oof.
Yes.
Now there might be people out there, and I don't know why. There might be people out there like, oh, that's not very paranormal. Well, it is because the
You ever
dead
seen a
coming back
zombie?
to life. Yeah, there's
Exactly.
nothing much more. It's just like a ghost in a body, which
Physical
well,
ghost that eats
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, we'll discuss the parameters as we go along because obviously, you've got like the walking ones, you've got the running ones, you got if you get bitten, are you fucked, or do you have to fully die? I would personally like to go with you have to fully die.
Okay.
What do we think? But then again, if it's a virus,
Well, the thought of
Oof.
see that you got to think when it comes to a zombie bite. Is it the bite that
Yeah.
kills? Do they have a special power that bites you and the cat kills you, or is
Yeah.
it because their mouth is so fucking filthy, you get a killer infection and that kills you, and that's the reason why you die in turn from a bite?
See, this is what I've always thought about zombie apocalypses. It's like, because if it is just the bite that does you, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
That's so harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you get bitten on the arm or something, but you can, get some penicillin or whatever and bandage it up. Oh,
the arm
Jesus.
needs to come off, mate.
Amputate straight away.
Scott, right? If it's not the bite if it's not a viral bite, and you've been bitten on the arm and you think, I'm going to cure this by lopping off my lower arm, you've now got an amputation on your hands rather than a simple bite.
Maybe use
but
different
then you
verbal
can
words
attach
there.
a hook.
That's it.
And then
Weapon.
you're just scary. What's that guy on
Would
Walking Dead?
would a hook be much use in a zombie apocalypse?
No.
Is that not pulling the zombies closer?
Yeah.
No.
You want like a
actually, yeah. And
spear
you
on
get
the end of
stuck.
your arm.
You never know when you need to go down a
spear
zip
would be good.
line.
Detachable spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then how are you reattaching it?
Just
with
get
your
any
other
one
hand,
each
I
time.
suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right, let's have a vote then,
Okay.
which is always good when it's an even number.
Yeah.
The bite. Is it
Yes.
a viral bite that turns you into a zombie? Or do you have to die to become a zombie?
I think die to become a zombie, but if you get bitten, it's still fucking pretty rank because it's like an infection.
You can die, but you
Yes.
can recover. I see. I like that.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Should we go with that? Because that's a
Yeah.
very important precedent to set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like this doesn't make any sense, but I don't know why I thought this. I thought you meant you either become a zombie or you don't.
No.
I was like, well, that will
If you
just.
get
I mean,
bitten by a zombie,
you're
do
right.
you just, is it like, that's it, you got like 30 seconds or a minute or a day and then you turn into a zombie, or do you have to physically die and
Yeah.
then you get reanimated?
Yeah.
No, I
You
think it's
die
better. I
and
think
get
it's better if-
reanimated.
Yeah, I think it's better if you die and then get reanimated.
Nice. Everyone agree? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
Excellent.
know.
Right.
Brilliant as
Next thing. Can they run?
Oh,
I'm gonna say because of the zombies we've chosen of dead and reanimated, no.
Oh.
Because I would say if you've gone for like the bite is a virus that turns you
Yeah, so,
crazy,
yeah, like
then you
rampant.
can run because you're
Yeah.
not technically dead.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
we're going like actually dead, deceased, walking around, living dead, then they're just walking around.
Right. Okay.
So
All right. Now
are
we're
are we saying zombies don't have a heartbeat? We're getting a little bit
oh,
No.
we're going different.
detailed here.
Zombies,
They are
zombies.
dead.
No, they're dead, mate.
We don't
It's
know
just
how
that-
they're alive. The only thing that you have to destroy the brain.
Cool.
it. There's
So
a little
yes,
bit
they,
of
they
brain
will be
going.
slow then.
They
Rigor
use
mortis and all that.
pets.
They
What?
can use pets.
They use pets.
Can
Yeah.
they use
Some drugs to make them go
human
faster.
growth hormone?
That's it.
Oof.
Right. Okay. Do you know? All right. Okay. We're just setting the ground rules, by the way, before we get into the day.
This
of
does
the
change a lot.
apocalypse.
Like us making
It
these
does.
decisions now
It does
yeah.
because
make
if
a
they
lot
can
of-
if they're like sprinting rage demons,
Yeah.
then
I
I'll
would
probably just
say-
off myself. In all honesty.
Yeah, I would say if they are sprinting rage demons, as you said, I would say you probably got. I think the odds are against you if you last longer than 2 days,
Yeah.
like massively.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
2 days is probably the cap if it's that bad, mate.
Yeah. Okay. So they walk.
Yep.
So, but obviously, you know, they're an issue if they're in a horde.
They've got that horde instinct, don't they?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
sheep. They just
And
kind of like, "Ooh."
they and presumably, you know, if we're saying like, oh, you know, they don't have a heartbeat and stuff, so they can't run, but then I think we should also counter that by saying they also don't need to rest.
Yeah, they don't need to
Because
rest.
they don't, they're just there. Yeah.
They
Okay.
don't need to
Where,
rest.
where are we
They-
at on the food thing? So if they manage to not eat for a while,
Nah, they just keep going, man.
They
They just
wait
keep
until
going.
they're just bones.
Yeah,
cool.
But when they're bones, let's not take the piss because they need ligaments to fucking
do.
move.
they do.
Once they're just a pile of bones,
Let's not say that.
we're golden. Which is why, have you actually seen in the like some people online have worked out like the Walking Dead is obviously bullshit because zombies don't exist, but it's like all of the zombies would have just perished within like and decayed within like I think it's like 6 months or something, especially in the heat of where they are in America. Like they
Yeah.
would have just decayed away.
Yeah.
Because they do,
Okay.
you can clearly see that they do continue to decay, but their decay
Yeah.
rates are evidently slowed down for
Yeah.
the show.
I mean, I wonder if the decay rate is slower because a small portion of the brain is still alive.
That's it. We're getting really.
Science.
I just wanted to know if you get bit, you fucked, and can they run? But
Well, you know, these things.
this
need
is
to
a
be
podcast,
discussed.
isn't it? Yeah, it's not.
That's
It's in
it.
a YouTube short.
That's it.
This is not a TikTok.
No.
Do the zombies have memory of
No.
any sort
No,
of
no,
degree?
they can't. No, none of that.
They're dead, mate.
Okay.
They're
dead.
just like they are just evil. They just want to eat people.
They have that primal instinct, and that is
yeah,
it.
and that
mate.
is it. Yeah,
Is find a food source and eat it.
yeah.
Is there any hierarchy in the zombies? We talking like
I
possum?
was thinking, like, do you get like bloaters and stuff? Do you get
Ah,
like,
specials.
Like if I happen to
yeah?
walk past a gym that was once full of bodybuilding zombies, are they
Okay.
more of a threat to me than regular zombies?
I mean, they can thrash about.
Do they keep
Yeah.
their
They can
physical
swing their
presence from when they
arms.
were
There's
alive?
more weight behind them, I suppose, isn't there?
Yeah,
Got me.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
was,
I would say so.
Cool.
yeah.
Okay.
But just a tangent for a second, but it's still zombies. Fucking just whenever I think of these sort of things, I just always think about a reality where in Left 4 Dead, and I think that I know Left 4 Dead 2, but I think Left 4 Dead 1 as well. The witches,
Oh yeah, fuck that.
just them
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
them like female zombies that just stand in the corner
And cry.
crying until you get
Yeah.
close, and then just fucking sprint after. Oh man, like fuck that.
That was real
Fuck
fear, mate.
that.
Do you remember like playing that as like 4-player co-op? And then you just hear that crying like, "There's a witch, boys."
I don't think a zombie game has hit that level of
Nah.
fear since. Like
Nah,
Dying
or
Light is
fun,
probably the
mate,
closest,
like-
but
That was fun, that game.
That really was.
Yeah.
And also, let's just we're just taking a slight tangent, but it's still zombies. So let's just give a few shout outs to zombies from zombie games. So like, obviously you've got the witch from Left 4 Dead / Left 4 Dead 2. I'd also give a shout out to the clicker,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Last of Us. Very
Uh-huh.
creepy. Again, it's the noise.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw the hunter from Dying Light in there. The one that comes out
Nice.
at night and can parkour
Yeah, what are they
after
called?
you.
What's that called? It's actually got
I think that is the hunter.
name. It begins with a
that
V, I
fucking
swear.
game.
Yeah,
Is
they
that the
have a
game
long-
where like they're a bit docile during the day, but then when
Yeah.
the sun goes, oh man, what a
Yeah, mate.
concept.
That's such a good game
What a
as well.
fucking concept, man.
Because
Because
you
like
can,
you're
if you
out,
want to, just not go out at night.
yeah, brilliant. But like if you're out getting supplies or doing
But the good
missions
thing
and shit,
about
and you're a
it-
bit late,
Mhm.
oof.
Yeah, there's like there'll be like hideouts where you can, if you go in them during the day, they're full of these special zombies, but if you go in them at night, all of the special zombies are out, so there's a reason to kind of go out and try and do
Yeah,
these
that's cool.
volatile.
So
That's what they're
sick.
called, the
That was it.
volatile.
So sick. Any other zombies to be given mention? Even from movies as well. It could be movies. I mean, the ones you don't want. You don't want 28 Days, and you
Definitely.
don't want World War Z. You just,
No.
I mean, World War Z. Like they seem to get a fucking speed boost.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they can climb upon each other
That's it, yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
to
yeah,
get
nice.
to any height, mate. It's game,
Yeah.
set, and match. Napalm me immediately.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you've got the-
Fucking take me out.
fascinating weakness
Yeah,
that they don't attack disease
Yeah.
because it's like a parasite that doesn't want to latch on to other. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Really
You've
cool.
got the I Am Legend,
Yes.
Will
Oh,
Smith
yeah.
zombies.
That scene where he's in the bath with the dog and you can just
Yeah.
hear them all outside. That's fucking horrible.
Mhm.
I mean, that just sucks even more because it's 2007, so fuck off. Until the end, you think he is the last man on earth. Like, that just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. But we will get into that kind of territory very shortly. But yeah, any other honorable mentions? And nothing's
Trying to
coming to
think.
mind for me,
No.
really.
Nothing standing out.
What?
Yeah.
What? I can't remember what fucking zombie game it was, but like the real fucking fat ones that explode, they can fuck
The
off.
bloaters,
The bloaters, mate.
but State of Decay.
State of
They
Decay.
got bloaters.
Yeah.
I think you get bloaters in a lot of
Yeah.
games, but yeah, you
Well,
get bloaters in
okay,
State of Decay.
bloaters across the board, right? Honorable
just-
mention for you. Fuck off.
And
That's
then they
all
just
I'm
like emit
saying,
a
mate.
gas that you can't
Just
run.
fuck
That's like,
off.
oh, you bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, slightly different, less horror themed tangent, but obviously you've got your Marvel zombies. Not a fan of that.
Yeah. Superheroes as
Yeah.
zombies. That sucks dick. That does.
got no-
But
you've got no
they're already
chance of that.
superhuman.
That's it.
Spider-Man running after you as a zombie, like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
give up.
That ain't good. That is not. That's a great shout. That is a great shout. Right. Okay. Let's get to it. Okay. So this Bailey, you're the one that makes this the most interesting because you have children.
I do.
So because listen, the world has just ended. Society is falling. Unless they're an absolute fucking job's worth, I'd like to think the police would go home and protect their own families rather than being out stopping people looting fucking toilet roll. Right? So it's all what I'm saying is it's all gone to shit. Yeah.
It's gone to shit.
No one cares if you go next door and blow your neighbor's fucking brains out against the wall, right?
Yeah.
It's all gone to shit. Zombies are everywhere. The dead are rising. We'll call it a virus because fuck it, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's an unknown virus, or no one actually knows. It just started happening. Started seeing little tweets on Twitter or X. Started seeing little videos on TikTok of seemingly rabid cannibalism here, there, and everywhere. And then all of a sudden, without even realizing it's at your front door and you ain't got a fucking clue why. So, what do you do? And obviously, we are in England.
We are in England. We
So
don't
we
have any
haven't got-
firearms.
No. We might have a BB gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what I'll grab because this is actually right in front of me and this is legal. It's a Leatherman. Got it for Christmas. This is a multi-tool. But what it does have on it is a little pocket knife, which will be very handy just for a little bit closer. And all got some nippers, look. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So I think I'm sorted. Or if I get really up close and personal, where is it? Where is it? There you go. It's a saw.
There you go.
Jesus.
Right. So I'll grab this.
There you go.
Probably go out to the shed. I've got a sledgehammer in the shed, but
Nice.
I probably would have had to have been working out to be able to wield that consistently, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe like a shovel, Shaun of the Dead style.
Love it.
Obviously
Because not
baseball
only
is
a
not a very big
shovel,
sport in this country.
Shovel
is it?
could do like fucking blunt force because it's like, you know, got a decent area to smack. It can also scrag down and take the head off, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'll tell you what else I've got in my car, I think, or it's either that or in my shed, is it's a shovel. It's a snow shovel. So it's for
Nice.
like but it's like foldable.
Yes, yeah.
And it also has a serrated edge on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got like a little like one-handed
Bosh.
shovel with a serrated edge, which is quite cool. Bought it from home base. All right, no one get fucking. Oh, no, actually, I didn't. My auntie got me an AA branded like safety kit for your car, and that
There you
came in
go.
it. So there you go. Don't know why I keep pleading everything I've got is legal.
Yeah. Golf
But,
clubs as well, mate. You're not going to
Golf
get time to play
clubs, yeah. I don't know what golf
anymore.
club I'd use.
Take
I'd probably
like 9-iron.
I'll probably
Or
use
a
my,
free
I've got a
wood.
mallet putter, so I'll probably use
Ooh.
my putter. It's pretty
Jeez.
heavy at the end.
Putter's
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
it's tricky, man, because like obviously I've got Maya here, but then I've got my mum over at like 40 odd minutes away. I got my dad round a corner and that, but I think I'll be like, this is probably what I would do because I have thought about this. I would take Maya and I would take her to her parents because I know she'd be safe with her dad, or at least probably have a better chance with him than she would with me, in all honesty. My dad, I'd just be have to like, okay, he's going to be there with my stepmom and my sister, but my mum has no one apart from me. So I would probably take Maya to her parents and then make my way somehow. Probably call my mum if the satellites and that hadn't gone down, and be like, just barricade yourself in until I get there. I think is what. And then she'd be like, no, don't do that. It's dangerous. And I'm like, shut up, bitch. I wouldn't say that. But I think that is what my heart and head would tell me to do initially. That would be my first port of call. What about you guys?
It's a tricky one because obviously with kids,
Yeah.
makes things 10 times longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, you're loading up the car, and he's like, "No, I want to take a toy." And you're like, "You can't take a
Like,
fucking toy.
you
We need to go."
are going to fucking die.
Yeah, but let me just take me Stretchy Armstrong quick. Just it'll be all right. So you're just gonna have to fucking buff one under each arm in the back, bosh, sort out the seatbelts while we're driving because I ain't got time to do it
Oh
outside.
yeah, mate. Like,
And you're driving, yeah. But the
Yeah.
question is where you're driving to, because I've got
Yeah.
fucking family like all over. Do you just kind of stick to your neck so you can kind of, you know, make sure you get survival, or
Yeah.
do you kind of try and barricade yourself up with family? But when it comes with young children, and obviously
Yeah.
with zombies, noise is key.
yeah,
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
if they're fucking hungry and you're saying we ain't got nothing, there's going to be tears. It's going to be
Yeah.
loud. So
yeah.
that's when it's like, well, I guess I'm going to this solo.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's tricky.
It's going to
Isn't
be
it?
tough, man.
It's
It's
so
going to be
tricky.
tough.
You
Yeah.
just look at it when they start crying. You're just like, they've made themselves bait. That's a sad story,
That's
but
it.
they've made themselves bait.
You should see the positives. At least we can now slip away undetected.
That's it.
That's it. It's like, oh no, I shouldn't say that. You know, on COD Zombies, you know the monkey
The monkey
grenade.
bomb.
Goes,
Yeah.
the same thing, but he's just
That's
like,
it.
"Run!"
Run. Go. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, I don't know. I think when it comes to like
It's
having
so
a
hard.
family, I think
so
you've
hard.
got a massive disadvantage from the offset because you are going to be too worried about other people from the offset. Whereas if you was kind of solo, you've only got to worry about yourself and how you're going to get there on your own.
Which is actually something that, so we'll go through our own scenarios, but then I want to bring it back and pretend like, as savage as this is, but let's be someone else so we don't think about our own. But everyone you know is dead, and it's just you. So what are you gonna do? But we'll do that in a minute. Scott, this happened. Plymouth has fallen.
What a film that would be.
I'll say already has.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not going to be much different, to be honest. There'll be sort of like brain dead
Argyle
people wandering the
Stadium is on
streets.
fire.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Great result,
Okay.
Dave. Anyway,
Hello,
that's beside the
ground.
point.
That's how you date the podcast there, Jordan.
Yeah.
That's it.
They've just beaten Swansea 1-0.
First away win of the season. So,
But they're
In
all
terms
dead
of
and gone now. So what are you doing?
right, in terms of weapons,
Oh,
I've not got a lot going on here. I've got a lightsaber, which I don't think is going to be much help against zombies.
no.
I've got a baseball bat at the top of the stairs.
Nice.
Solid plan. So, that'll probably be the first thing I grab because, again, limited for choice.
Yeah.
Go out to the shed and start brainstorming, hammers.
Oh, right. Sorry. I thought you meant you were
Drills.
going to stand in your shed and
Where
just be
should I
like,
go?
right, what now?
Let's
They
do the pros
think-
and cons.
Oh, I knew we've got this whiteboard for a reason. Down the middle, pros, cons.
So, the benefit of Plymouth
Okay. Yeah, no,
is
I know where you're going.
the Navy base,
Yep.
Oh,
Which is-
shit.
full of people with machine guns and kind of
They'd probably
designed
be
for.
taking people in. Well,
You'd like to think so.
hope.
Maybe getting on, the boats and going out to sea.
Yeah, just get on a little canoe.
I mean, it's not bad. I row out. But
Just
yeah,
Go on, sorry.
Plymouth also has the benefit of having an island in the middle of the sort of sound, the ocean,
Yeah.
just out from it. So I'm thinking,
Plymouth has an island.
yeah, it used to be a Navy base or a military base on the island. It is haunted, by the way. So,
Ooh. Nice.
so I'm
Nice.
thinking maybe get out there
Mhm.
if I
Stay on a
can,
haunted island. Nice. Keep
Yeah.
it on the brand. I love it.
Yeah.
and then take that, man that, steal some weapons from the Navy. Is that a crime to suggest that? Don't know. Anyway, go out
Just
there,
treason.
dock onto that, and just try and see how long you can keep that going. The problem is once they get there, getting off the island again while the zombies have turned up.
Also,
Entirely
as well,
depends
with
if they
being
can
on
swim.
An island,
Yeah,
is your food
we-
source.
Yes. See, this
True.
is what I love about this sort of shit.
Yeah.
Is at every fucking step, if society falls, there is an issue
Oh yeah.
that you have to overcome. But we also need to quickly establish, can these fuckers swim? I think no, but can they
No.
die?
No,
Or do they just walk?
Do
because
they
they
just
don't
walk
they don't
underwater?
breathe. I
Yeah.
guess they would
Yeah,
just
so they just be like.
walk. But then if there's a
But
tide, they're
then
just
the
going to get
tide-
blown away. So it don't
Yeah,
matter.
so the ocean's just full of the fuckers.
But you like to think eventually there'll be
But they're
enough
at
of
the
them that they
bottom.
can like.
Yeah, and they just get crushed by the fucking pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so we've got that. Right, so that's what. So Scott's on an island. Bailey's driving somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going across the marshes. Where are you, Loz?
Well, I think I ain't really got that much of a choice. I feel like the only route out of where I live is going to be absolutely decimated. So I'm either going to have to go across, get a 4x4 vehicle that's capable of going off road, which I don't have. So I'm going to have to steal one if I want to do that. Yeah, I think the most likely thing I'm going to do is try and hunker down with some family and just try and see it out. In terms of weapons, I ain't got a lot either. So, I mean, two hand, I have a couple of screwdrivers. I mean,
Nice. Big get in
that's-
the eye.
yeah, we're gonna have to get close, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But the bite doesn't kill you
True,
unless they go for the throat.
true. Yeah, so I will have to get up close to him, but it's a risk. But I'm gonna have to take it. I don't think there's any other choice. I'm gonna have to try and see if I can get to mum in the time. I would like to think that I'll be able to, bearing in mind she's only like 4 minutes down the road. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be definitely a hunker down. Try and like even just go over to the pub. There's a pub across the road. That always works, doesn't it?
That's it.
Wait for all this to blow over.
That is
Exactly.
Play some Queen.
Yeah,
That's
get
it.
on the fruity.
it. Yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah, boy.
I mean, fucking, I'll tell you what, though, thinking about it, where we are with the Broads, you've got vast, flat
Very flat.
fields with ditches around them.
Mm.
It's quite interesting. Plus, countryside, less people. Because this is the other thing. Obviously, we're just thinking zombies at the minute, but you also got the issue of the people. Because you are
Yeah.
going to have to kill people. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
If it's kill or be killed, you're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You'd want to, yeah. I think you both got the idea. You want to get out of a highly populated area as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Find friends or family to kind of get your numbers up,
Yeah.
and then
Find a settlement.
but find or set. I mean, I've got an army base not too far from me.
Yeah.
I could try and, there's lots of housing. You know what I mean? Stay
Yeah.
there, weaponry. But other than that, I'll just use my fucking kitchen knives until I get something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, what would in a country where you don't have firearms really as a rule,
Yeah.
what is your best option?
I'm leaning
Wood
towards.
breaks.
Yeah.
So
I'm
like
leaning towards
baseball bat,
countryside. Get to the countryside where they have some degree of weaponry,
shotguns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then there's
I've
food
got-
growing there.
Yeah, I've got a, I think it's called the barn shop. It's like a farmer's shop, and they sell shotties and that in there. So
There
I
you
might
go.
go and
I mean,
take
But-
some.
See,
That'll be
this
the
is the
first
other
thing to
thing.
go.
Like, it's like, but it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like who would be stupid enough to rob a gun shop because the guy
He's
or
not going to be at
people who
work.
own it. No, but it would be a fantastic place to hunker down with all the
Yeah, it
would
bullets and
be.
shit.
It would be.
Kablam.
I'll
plus
just
10
say,
other
"Have you
people
got
have that
one
idea.
spare?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Risky. Or you just
Yeah,
wait
it
on
is.
the outskirts, wait for them to fucking shoot each other and clear up the mess and then fuck off.
Oh, no, wait. I think we're also not thinking about, obviously, sound will draw these things.
Yep.
A crossbow.
Crossbows.
Like
Mm.
Daryl
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in The Walking Dead. It's perfect.
Crossbows, yeah.
Mhm.
We've got the other
Replenishable
ones.
ammo if you
Yeah.
can get it out of them again.
Not only that, you can make your own if you can't. There
Yeah.
would be a way you can make your own bolts.
And it's a lot quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a crossbow or a bow and arrow. One of the
Bow and
two.
arrow.
Yeah.
Bow and
Or
arrow is probably
compact
easier to
bow.
repair if it breaks.
Yeah. Yeah, because fucking them. Well, I know a lot of the
Lot of
bow and
moving
arrows.
parts
Just
in a
one.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that's obviously the first sort of like day or whatever. So with family, etc. Let's make it a little bit easier. So you just so happen to be, unfortunately, in a situation, whether it be via the apocalypse or not, a lone wolf.
Yeah.
Now what are you doing? Now what are you doing? Because I actually kind of think, as much as it would fucking suck, I actually think that being by yourself, I reckon it actually increases your chances of survival.
I think
Oh,
it probably does it
100%.
by tenfold, mate.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
It
I
makes
I
it more
reckon,
scary. It does definitely make it more scary, but you will get used to it. And the
Yeah.
fact that you're not trying to look out for someone else all the time
Yeah.
first will increase your chances dramatically.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, caveat that with, you not having to deal with people that are quote unquote weaker than you and probably have a higher chance of dying if they were left on their own. But also, in the same breath, if you're going up by yourself against 4 people who have got some form of like weapon, the odds aren't looking too good.
No.
Yeah, it's
No,
true.
that is true. That is true. But you just have to be extra vigilant, wouldn't you?
yeah, I do
mean,
think the big thing here is the zombies. I think are the secondary threat.
Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
just kind of there. They'll kind of slow your path down from getting from A to B. But it's when you get to your destination, it's the occupants,
Yeah.
you know.
Because this is the other thing. If you're by yourself outside of the system or the new systems that are put in place, because inevitably, like, you'll have leaders and you'll have followers and you'll have power struggles when these new communities come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to be part of that? Obviously, if it all works out, then that's fucking awesome. But if it doesn't, then it can get a bit dicey.
yeah.
You got to think of what the punishments would be in them communities as well, because normal law's not going to be.
I tell you now, right now, this I don't know what the fuck this says about me. Probably this isn't good. But I've thought about this at great length about, like, if this sort of thing happened, if society has fallen, if there is no laws, and you do, it's back to those kind of days where it's like, whoever is the top dog, the way to be that person is to remove them.
Yeah.
Like, if someone attempts something, like, say if I am leading a community and then there's an attempt on my life, I would have that person executed.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, there's no other way. You send them away to fend for
come back.
themselves. They could come back, and it's just, if
It's
that
a
is
show of
weakness
where
to
you're
let
at,
them live.
exactly, yeah. If that is where you're at in this new world, I'm not saying I go around executing people. I think that is entirely plausible.
Not only that, but it sends a message to the people in your community as well that if you fuck about in here, it's not just like on your own, see you later. It's like, no, we're just fucking off you, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
If you take advantage, you're gone.
I think it's kind of that thing of, if The Walking Dead goes on too long, it becomes Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Is kind of the way to look at that. Eventually, you run out of guns.
Yeah.
You run out of useful things, and it goes back to fighting zombies with a more medieval tactic.
Yeah, absolutely. Because also, yes, there are lots of textbooks and things like that, but if people, if the majority, say, if it reduced the world population to like 3%, the likelihood that those people are the people that understand like astrophysics and fucking, nuclear fusion and shit like that is basically next to zero. So you will inevitably go backwards.
And chances are they're like the hardest motherfuckers as well, because they've made it.
Yeah, absolutely. Literally, one of the historical reasons that humanity has come so far forward is because of psychopaths. It's because of the people that were psychopaths. So it would be like, oh, there's a saber-toothed tiger attacking our camp. Yeah, I'll go kill it.
Go on in.
That's how we've got that, that's how we've progressed throughout history, is the absolute fucking psychopaths that will do what has to be done.
That's the thing when it comes
And
to
they're the
living in a
people that
world
will
like
rise to the top.
you need to be able to do what needs to be done. You haven't got
Absolutely.
you don't have time to think about it.
Yeah.
You would have to do it there and then, or as you would die.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's it's just a no-brainer, isn't it? Again, in this scenario, it's very important to say in this scenario. But this is a world where there are no laws, and also no trust, and also immense paranoia and fear.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you look how bad it got during COVID in some places. Just the looting, the trying to get toilet paper, and people fighting in supermarkets.
See, that's a perfect example, because that's on a micro level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But look at how aggressive people got in the supermarkets over toilet roll because of this invisible virus that no one could fucking see, that everyone was terrified of as we were getting locked into our homes. Well, what if there was a visible, horrific threat like a fucking zombie apocalypse out there, and you've got your family, and you're like fucking driving down the road, and then you stupidly pull over because someone flagged you down, and then that person has said, like, you give me your car or I'm going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
I'd just cave their head in.
You'd have to.
That'd be it. It'd be just like, well, that's it. You've chosen what is going to happen here.
Yeah, you've chosen your path for me.
Yeah. So but you have to be in this. I have to keep reiterating it. In this scenario, in this world, that is what you have to do. Otherwise, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're
totally fucked.
I think you'd have
kill
to
or
have
be
a certain
killed
mindset, wouldn't you? And I think a lot of people would buckle within the first week. I'm not saying that I would pass the first week in the slightest, because you don't know how you would react in that situation until you'd be into it.
Yeah,
I'd like to think I'd be able to do it, but
I'd like to think I would as well.
I can guarantee you ask anyone, zombie apocalypse, fuck it, I'm surviving that shit easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But when it comes down to it, I'm telling you now, like, if someone had like a fucking, in this scenario, if someone had like a fucking crowbar to the head of one of my loved ones, and I had an opportunity to kill them before they killed my loved one, and obviously there's also no justice system, etc., because society has fallen, I'm swinging whatever is in my hand as hard as I can until it doesn't need to be swung anymore.
Yeah. And that applies not in a zombie apocalypse to some extent.
Well, yeah.
If someone is threatening my loved ones in front of me, it's like, well, I'm going to attempt to stop them.
Yeah, of course.
But then obviously there's a judicial
that's when it all
still in
gets
place.
very but in America, it's there is a law, isn't there? Is it called castle law or something? It's where if it's on your property.
Yeah.
Whereas in this country, it's like within reasonable force. I mean,
within this country, if someone breaks into your house and you see him, you just got to let him rob you.
I know, it's insane.
He's just like, oh, you're robbing me. Well, please don't. Can you
but
leave?
Not society has fallen.
No,
society
has fallen. Yeah, that's it. If someone comes into my little tent.
Exactly.
I do think if you were solo in a zombie apocalypse, being on the move constantly would be the way to go.
You'd have to be.
Yeah.
There's no buckling down, setting up a base of operations. You want to be as light and as agile as you can be.
Yeah. Yeah. See, now I actually have, and I should probably patent this before I give it to the fucking world. I have actually had an idea for a book for a while. I don't know, I probably told you before, I don't know. In the apocalypse type thing, zombie apocalypse. It's called Apocalypse Runner. And basically the idea is it's a lone wolf individual. I actually got this idea when I was out for a run. And basically the idea is it's someone within a zombie apocalypse. The zombie apocalypse has been going on for a while. So you have like communities established, etc., or commune, whatever you want to call them. And so you've got this guy who is very adept at running and climbing, etc., and knows the towns, etc., very well, knows where certain supply things are and shit like that. And he goes after scoping the communities out and etc. To these communities, and is essentially like a supply runner for hire.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's a really cool concept. But obviously, it's fraught with danger because on every single run, you've just got zombies everywhere. But yeah, I think that would be quite cool if, like, after a while, when everything, although obviously it's still very dangerous and still very tense, but things have still like things have simmered down a little bit. Just so, like, if you're good at something, even in an apocalypse, it can have a price. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like just like knock on the gates of a community and just be like, "You're right. Do you want some paracetamol?" Because I know where it is. There you go. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Mm.
Yeah.
That raises another point. Are you going to be likely to trade, or are you going to be someone who's just going to ransack?
I think there's got to be some element.
You've got to
of trade.
try. Yeah, you've got to try. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm willing in this scenario to do the worst, but you got to fucking try. Like, not everyone is going to be an asshole.
Yeah. You'd like to think that some form of normal, civilized, like human beings would still exist. Like, it's not all going to be fight or flight.
I like to think I would be surprised and the best of humanity would come together.
No.
But yeah, no, that ain't going to happen. But I'd like to,
caved in, mate.
In an ideal world, people would hunker down together. There'd be communities.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But in reality, they're the people that are going to die first.
Yeah. In reality, what I want is a steam train.
Oh.
What?
I want to take over a steam train.
Oh, so I thought you just went on a fuck off tangent then. I want a train.
Right, fuck off with this zombie shit. I just want
I want a zombie train.
Nice.
That I can essentially just plow around in.
Yeah.
Do what you want with it. You can keep constant fuel because you just burn the zombies as fuel.
Oh,
okay.
And then, keep all your supply. I have no idea.
Work?
I'll adjust the trains. But you've got to stop the train, get more zombies, chuck them in. Eventually, they'll rot and decay enough that you can just get in the engine and off you go.
Yeah.
But
keep all your supplies on the train.
Fuel emissions.
You're destroying the planet, Scott.
Yeah.
You bring other people onto your train if you like them. You meet people you like. People that have useful skills.
Does this train have trolley service? I can get some biscuits.
Depends if you find someone that can do trolley service. I'm too busy driving the train, mate. I ain't got
driving the train.
Yeah, forward. There's not much driving involved in a train, but
see, that's the problem with a train, though, isn't it? That's the problem, because you have to like go into a station, then back out, and then go somewhere else into a station, then back out.
Plus, you'd be on strike.
I'm guessing you've never seen Train to Busan, because I can assure you, train stations are the fucking last place you want to be in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, that is true. Trains seem to derail quite easy as well. So a couple of dead zombies on the track, leaves tend to throw them off target. So
no, you'd have to put a plow on the front of it, mate.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. You can't be driving that train around with no plow. You're asking for trouble.
Where'd you find a train plow?
Well, you'd make one, wouldn't you? You'd get like
and then get your fucking welding gun on it.
Yeah, like just fucking triangle on the front of it. If anyone's on the way, they just get scooped out of the way.
Yeah.
I think a train's a shout.
It's probably not the correct word.
Okay.
Half.
So you got train.
Half.
Yeah, but I would. Yeah, I don't know where I would go. Do you set up a community, like, or whether you're a community person or solo, whatever? Do you set up a base of operations, or do you keep moving?
I think it depends on where in the country you are and what the supplies around you have to offer.
Yeah.
Because if you've got like a constant clean water source, you're not going to want to be moving away too far from that, because then you've got constant clean water. Because obviously without water, you're fucked anyway.
Yeah.
So,
fine,
finding a clean water source is number one, I think
that's the big problem with anywhere you try and bunker down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to fucking, I don't know. I think you might have to just go for bottled.
I mean, the benefit of this country,
bottled water. Initially, for the first few months, you can find fucking Evian.
The benefit of this country is it rains a lot.
It does.
You'd
Yeah.
have to look. You'd have to look at collecting rainwater.
Yeah.
Just look up, open your mouth.
Yeah.
It's a plan.
Yeah. But there's just so many fucking factors.
Obviously, yeah, it's the food source, you know, and what would you'd have to learn very quickly what you can eat from the wilderness. You know what I mean? Like berries and that. But then it's like if you're on your own,
ill.
what you know, how do you protect yourself when you're alone if you're on the move all the time? Because you're not going to have fortified walls. You're just going to be there in the open, ready for the taking.
And you're not going to be able to stockpile much, even though stockpiling you're more inclined to be robbed.
Yeah,
but that's only if people find you.
I mean, the other thing is as well, the thing about the weather would be a problem in this country, because from time to time we have like torrential rain and high winds.
Yeah,
that's gonna scarper any plans you have of being able to like move quickly between places. So you're not going to be able to navigate a city if we have 2 weeks of straight rain.
And I wouldn't be in any cities, mate. I'd stay away from cities.
Stay away from.
But even then, you won't see the zombies coming.
Yeah.
But then, do you want high ground? I don't know.
It's a tough
one. I think Scots aren't something being on a boat, you know.
I think in the boat thing,
yeah.
The best part of that is even if you run out of fuel, the boat doesn't sink.
No, the boat don't sink.
Like a train, you run out of fuel, it stops.
A car doesn't sink if it runs out of fuel.
No,
it stops moving.
But you could move a boat that's run out of fuel still.
Or you just could get a paddle out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Navy frigate, just a couple of people either side.
The problem with Scott's theory about the boat, especially the naval base, is like I'm a pessimist. So you're going to get there, Scott, and there's going to be bodies on the floor who aren't decaying. They've just got bullet holes in them. Because from the boat, they have literally set up 50 cows and just gone to town.
Yeah,
that is the. I don't think they'd let me on the boat, but yeah,
if you
getting on that boat, mate. You'll get on that boat on a shovel as they're scooping you off the fucking docks.
Like if you can make it onto the boat somehow, that's probably the best place to be.
But then again, it's like if it has all gone to total shit, who are these fucking nerds that are staying at work in the Navy? Do you know what I mean? Why are they not going home?
They'll have probably banded together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, but like
the entire battalion takes a boat and goes.
If you could get yourself a small little boat, you've got a constant food source because you could fish. Yeah, you could constantly, but then you can kind of make small trips back to land every so often to kind of stock up. Yeah. And then fuck off back out.
This does raise a question.
You can sleep fine on a boat because no one's going to fucking attack you in your sleep.
It does raise a question of, is the zombie issue confined to humans?
Yeah.
I was thinking this before.
Because if the fish are turning into zombies, you're kind of fucked.
Oh.
If everything's turning into zombies, mate, you're fucked. Like
yeah. Zombie
you can't eat nothing.
Zombie carrots.
Zombie carrots.
Zombie carrots.
That's another good thing as well. You'd have to learn to like farm and shit.
Yeah, see, this is why I've thought about this, right? This is why I also think like someone like my mum would be amazing in an apocalypse because she has for the last 15 years had a massive allotment. Now, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, set up base near that, but she knows how to when to plant what and how to raise it and how to get. I wouldn't have a fucking clue.
She's invited onto my train.
There you go.
I think if you were going to go down the let's build a community route, you would have to look at the skills that you need.
Yeah.
And let people in regarding to what you need people in for.
Yeah.
So like, if you've got, constantly people going out hunting, it's like, okay, it's good to have people hunting because you need people going out there all the time. It's like, oh, I can like, I don't know, sew your rips in your jeans. It's like, oh, I've already got like 7 people that can do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you'd have to because otherwise, if they don't have a skill that's worth having, They're just another mouth to feed, and they're just going to get in the
Yeah.
way.
It's true.
Yeah. Again,
So
that is the key. Yeah,
Each
I mean that's the key
person's another
thing.
mouth to feed, more supplies, and if they're not bringing anything to the table, there's no reason for you to keep them around. I'm obviously not just saying shoot them dead on the fucking door, but like maybe shoot them dead on the door. Like,
yeah, you might have to.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, that very much goes back to again, sort of in olden times, everyone had to have a skill.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to. Or if you didn't have a skill, you would need to fucking learn one or be brave enough to fucking go out there and do shit.
Yeah.
Because
You need to
let's
be
be honest,
useful.
if you're a doctor, you're anywhere. You can go the fuck anywhere you want, mate. If you're a doctor in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
If you're a plumber, I'm not saying you're less needed, but I think plumbing's going out the window in a
plumbing's
apocalypse.
going. I'll just shit in a hole, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bury it.
Engineers would be quite handy, though.
Yeah, engineers would be handy.
Yeah.
And like people that know about, different sort of building, different sort of farming stuff, and
carpenters
would be
blacksmiths.
Yeah. Survivalists would be fucking, like, if you piss in this and put it through some stones, it makes drinkable water.
Tell you what I would go on a hunt for that Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, mate. I would be fucking fine with him. Have you seen him before?
No.
He just goes out and sleeps in like -50 fucking, because he's up in Alaska. He just sleeps in -50 like temperatures, mate. Just in a sleeping bag, like not giving a shit.
That's fucking
just goes out
brilliant.
hunting and that. He's great. They're the kind of people you need, mate.
Bear Grylls in your camp, happy days.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting.
It is interesting.
It's definitely tough.
It is. And I think it's something that we should return to as well.
Yeah.
For a deeper analysis.
We could definitely do a part 2 of this from the other perspective. If the zombies could run.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we ain't even we could even carry on going in the narrative that we've built, because we ain't talked about cannibalism yet. Not to say that's something I want to do. But...
Well, no, I must admit it did cross my mind when Bailey was like, if it's extra mouths to feed, they're not useful. I'm not saying kill them, but blah blah blah. I was thinking, no, kill them and eat them.
Yeah.
Butchers would be useful in this.
Yeah, butchers would be useful.
Butchers would be useful.
Know which
they
parts
know what bits to cut.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It's
interesting. Right. We're going to pull away from that now. I'm going to a patron question. Now I'm going to ask a question. Do you want one that is specifically aimed at me, which I can answer, or do you want one for everyone?
Just pick one at random, mate.
Yeah.
Let's flip a coin. Okay. So
I've got a memory card. I've got a memory card.
Perfect. Right.
Sticker side or black side?
Right. So sticker side will do the question for everyone.
Yeah.
The black side will do for me. All right. Off you go.
Ready? Black side.
Black side's just the question for me. Hey, you guys might have seen it. Maybe Reese Davies says, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in one of the horror tier lists you said you were off to see The Woman in Black at some point. If so, what did you think of it? I went to see it last week with my family and a friend, and sadly, none of us thought it was very good. But we were quite close to the backs, and maybe it took
This is the stage show.
The stage show. Okay. I thought it was magnificent. It was fucking excellent.
A great day.
What's that?
A great day at the theatre.
Exactly.
Yes.
Very cultured. Very cultured. No, I absolutely loved it. I really did. I thought that the performance was fantastic. Like, I know it sounds fucking ridiculous because obviously it is just theatre, and they obviously do this show over and over and over. But I was just watching the main guy, and I was just like, how the fuck are you memorizing all these lines? Because it's like the most eloquent Victorian. Oh no, I think it's like, when the fuck is that set? I don't know. I think it's set in like the 20s, something like that. Anyway, it's just like the most eloquent dialect, long words. Sound like a fucking idiot, but long words. 5-minute like passages of acting, and it's just like, how the fuck did you remember all that? It's crazy, but it's fucking brilliant. It was really good. It was really, really good. So I really enjoyed it, Reese. I'm sorry to hear that you didn't, or your family, or your friend. Could have been because you're a bit far away. I was quite near the front, but we booked our tickets 10 months in advance.
Jeez.
So yeah, but I absolutely loved it. Really, really did. It was really scary. There were some awesome jump scares in it. The woman in black was fucking terrifying. It was just great. It was just great, and I would highly recommend it to anyone.
I've not seen the stage show. I've seen the film.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's really. Oh no, I can't. I'll spoil it. But the stage show is slightly different to the movie, which is really cool.
Right.
But yeah, I highly, highly recommend, without a doubt. Right, okay. Well, this is how to survive a zombie apocalypse. Basically, kill everyone
That's
And
it.
get a train.
and get a train.
And get a train.
Kill everyone. Get a train. Get everyone on the train. Kill them all.
And eat them.
And eat them.
Midnight Meat Train.
And hopefully
Midnight
that
Meat Train meets Snowpiercer.
Yes, and hopefully that train is near a water source so you can fill out your bottle of water to wash down all the bodily stuff.
Or throw the people in a blender, drink them.
Oh. Bone
There you go.
smoothie.
This podcast was not sponsored by Heineken. Despite my hat, but it was sponsored by Rafe. Code Duty for 20% off. All right. Also sponsored by my Patreon, Duty Rhino, where you get behind the scenes, you get exclusives, and you get early access, all that good stuff. But yeah, Wraith Energy, Duty 20% off. Code Duty.
That's it.
That's it, really. Sorry, my mind's in an apocalypse. DUDEY. Excellent. Right. We'll see you next week for episode 25.
Oh, yeah.
What was it, Lars? Do you remember that statistic? It's like, I think it was something crazy, like 95% of podcasts don't get to 30 episodes.
I think it was
Really?
over 90. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, don't get to 30 episodes.
Oof.
We're nearly there.
We're coming into the make or break
That's
section now,
it.
gang.
And then we're quitting on 31.
Gosh.
No, we're not really. We're not. Right. See ya. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.